Rose City Drive-In is back. And you know what they have this Tuesday? That's right. Tomorrow, Tuesday classic movie. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. What a fun thing to see at the drive-in. Tuesday classic movie, Rose City. Where is the Rose City Drive-In? 5418 New York Highway 31 in Newark, baby. Rose City Drive-In. Go relive a classic with E.T. tomorrow night at the Rose City Drive-In.
BTB's wood-fired pizza and grill in the Mall at Grease Ridge.
The wings are home this week. Tuesday has fireworks, a James Wood magnet giveaway, and tickets are half price. Wednesday is Pride Night with a jersey giveaway and fireworks. Thursday is a business person special at 105. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
Well, in this episode, Kevin and I begin by breaking down the big comedy show Thursday night at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack for Danny.
If you're parked in a red zone, we need you to tow your car, please.
Okay. It's funny you say that. It's funny that you say that. We talk about this simple 5-second phrase that a girl said into a camera at the end of a night of drinking.
Her dad's got to be
I'm going
impressed.
Oh, my God. And the unexpected happened when a guy went back to look for his keys.
Yes.
Is she still giving him shit for losing the keys, too, I wonder?
Oh, I bet.
So,
son of a bitch, this wouldn't have happened if you just had put him in the locker like we planned. Plus, a pop culture take with Race and Randy. 7 more states putting age restrictions on Pornhub. And somebody who isn't doing so well on OnlyFans. It's all coming up right after this. You know, it's always scary if you find yourself hurt on the job. What do you do? Where do you turn? You turn to Connors and Ferris at 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris understand the complexities of workers' compensation claims, including dealing with insurance companies, employers, and most importantly, the legal system. All of that is extremely stressful. It can take over your life. That's why you should call Connors and Ferris at 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris will advocate for your rights and strive to secure the benefits and compensation you deserve. But most importantly, you'll get peace of mind, knowing that you have a team by your side advocating for you and giving you the attention you deserve. It's going to help stop the worry, eliminate the stress, and actually let you sleep at night. Make the smart choice and contact Connors and Ferris. Connors and Ferris have offices in New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, and Buffalo. They are committed to serving you better and only a quick call away at 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pod on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. That's how I heard about it at the comedy show. A couple people came up to me and said, turn my friends on to the pirate ship. Danny, you missed out on the comedy show.
I heard. I apologize. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't be there.
That's all right. Kevin was great. Kevin
did stand-up?
Kevin was a calming force. Kevin was the announcer. And then there was a point during
If you're parked in a red zone, we need you to tow your car, please.
Okay. It's funny you say that. It's funny that you say that. Because the Remedy is a nice room. It's really probably set up more for music, but I think it could be converted for comedy. I don't think they wanted to put tables on what they call their dance floor and stuff. So
Just in case Bill brought out a joke that made him dance.
Yeah, so we needed to get people. But I think that I don't know if it marks up the floor. You know what I mean?
Or the Rascals rush the stage for Doug.
So but at one point, Danny, I'm going through the set, and there was an announcement or something that went on, and then I lost my spot, and I just froze. I just completely, like Kevin's watching from the wings. I just froze, like completely froze. And I went, this is why I always like with comedy, I always think sometimes I don't want to rehearse too much because in the moment is always the better way to be.
Yeah.
And if you're in your, it becomes rote in your mind, like I got to do this, then this, then this. You lose it. Well, I clearly should go back to some other way, and I froze. I froze, and it was awkward, and it was uncomfortable.
I got the look.
And I looked.
He froze in the stage, looked over at me, and I'm like,
So,
"Yep,
This was awesome. It was so great. Now I had been up there for like 9 minutes. I was looking to do 10 to 12. I figured, maybe 15 if I was going to stretch it if it was going well. It wasn't
stuck to 3."
And I think. No, I didn't think it was it bad.
You should have done my set at Iron Smoke.
Let me ask you this though, because you were standing there.
you guys are a great audience.
Was it bad? Like it was. I felt like it was going okay. Like not great, but okay. You were kind of getting them in. They were just farther away from the stage than I liked.
I'm not the one to really ask that because I know your set.
Yeah,
pretty much
all
because
right.
I've seen your set.
Well, I mean, I just didn't know if you could tell from the audience and stuff because sometimes you don't hear the laughter. Like I will tell you, I thought Doug killed at the Remedy. I really did. I thought he did a really nice set. His energy was great. His pacing was really solid. And I thought Greg Owens did a nice job. But I was just...
I think I was drinking by those. That's
Yeah,
when
yeah,
Doug getting up
Sounds
there.
like practicing in his house without in front of all those stuffed animals.
Well,
has really worked out for him.
It did because his pace. It's like all about pacing and kind of just being in the moment. And he was getting laughs. He was getting a lot of laughs.
Well,
Oh,
to
yeah.
be fair, 3/4 of the crowd was his friends.
Yes,
And family.
There were some friends and family there, but I don't know. I enjoyed the night. I kept saying to Kevin, I should be in the fetal position under a table, but for whatever reason, I was very happy as it all went down.
Well, let me ask you.
I just kept asking, hey, did the check clear? That's all that matters.
they do pay. I've played there. They do pay well.
All that matters.
So there's this guy named Doug Gottlieb. He does a show on Fox Sports Radio. And you know how, like, maybe as a listener, if you've ever been in radio, you still might be able to tell if the mics sound different. And oftentimes when they would switch studios, you could tell as soon as the show started that something was different, right? Yeah, I'm in a different studio today. We're doing it in downtown Los Angeles, right? Instead of like the usual studio where I normally do my show, right? And you keep hearing these like voices between his like sound bites. It was his producer bullet pointing him. In other words, he was telling him, okay, your next point's this. Like he gives him a keyword, and then he keeps going, and then when he pauses, he gives him another keyword so that he never loses track of his monologue. And I'm wondering, maybe like you should have your set written out for Kevin, and have Kevin, like as a producer backstage, you wear an earpiece and go,
no, but
It's okie. It's okie.
Fat chicks.
It made me
Talk about Asians.
fall in love with it again. Like I love the process. It's been a weird couple of weeks for me overall because I've had a couple. Well, I told everybody. I said it here that I was going to go start talking to somebody. So I've gone through 2 sessions with this person, and what I really wanted to do is uncover some things like what is the root, right?
The root.
And then what am I doing? And one of the things, and I think maybe it's a classic thing that everybody does, but I have certainly been avoiding a lot of things, like just avoiding a lot of things. And there are certain things that I'm going to have to face up to, and it's not comfortable, and it's humiliating. It's a little embarrassing, and I have to go and I'm going to have to do some things that I don't necessarily want to. But this person's got, it's like a good plan to go through and do it. But it's one of these things where, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about without revealing too much. And I will, as time goes on, probably say what it is, but I have to figure out how, because it'll come back to bite me in some way if I say it just as raw as I normally do.
We're being replaced, Dan.
No, but
Doug Phelps and Sally are taking over.
I don't know when
Sally?
This is where I need the producer of my Sally. This is where I need the producer of my head, because I just lost my train of thought. I need to. I always say, like, putting a happy face sticker over your gas gauge is never a great idea. Feel good, go for the better feeling thought, blah blah. But know where you are, and take care of the things you do. Just do it with a happier thought than a negative thought. I got to do this. I hate this. That sort of thing. Or I get to do this. It's a nice day. In the end, it's going to be this. It's that sort of thinking. And I think that's where I have to go to. But there's been some things that I uncovered that I was like, yeah, I've been avoiding that for quite some time.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't give any examples. Generally.
No, it's No. I can give examples. It's financial things from a previous administration.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's just
I
financial
understand
thing.
that.
Yes.
I've been through that.
Yes.
It starts with over and ends with drinking.
No, it has nothing to do with that. But I think that's part of the avoidance. I think that I would rather go drink and bury my. Okay, you ready?
I've been burying shit since I was 18. Who cares?
I know, but this is I can't anymore. The night of the comedy show, I was driving home. And I looked at the clock and I go, it's still a little bit early. And I started driving toward a bar. And I got to a certain point. I go, I really don't. I don't want to do this because we had like 2 or 3 beers.
You were feeling good. You doubled your money in the slot.
You saw the Guinness harp signal in the sky.
Yes, I did.
From Thirsties.
Yes, I did. That was exactly the bar I was headed to.
Yep.
I was on my way to Thirsties, and I turned around.
They need me.
I got to the corner of a certain street. And I was on the phone with somebody, and I go, you know what? I'm going home. And I turned around. I never even said what I was doing. And I went home, and I put the podcast together, and I went to bed, and I was very happy that I did. But I knew, because I would go there, and I knew that it was just going to become a typical, what do you call it? A billing night.
Bill's going to bill?
I was going to be out billing.
Well, good.
Yeah. So I didn't do it.
Good.
Right.
That's awesome.
No, it's not. It's like I think I feel weak. Nah, actually, I'm kidding. I don't. I'm glad I did it. But those are the things where I would normally
string wins together, Billy. That's a win.
I would start, but it's an easier way to not have to think about all these other things, because I knew the next day I was meeting with the person again, and one of the things she said to me was, think of all the things that you're avoiding. You're like, what are you avoiding? What are the biggest things you're avoiding?
Taxes.
And
not drinking.
You're not wrong, but they're years back. It doesn't matter. It's a thing I will explain, because if I say anything,
well, I've been hearing these Alan Thicke ads still on the radio, so I don't know if they found a replacement for him.
No, I don't need any of that stuff.
It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, Bill.
Nope, I don't have that. It's not.
Get your reverse mortgage while we're at it.
It's not that. It's none of that either.
You are coming toward the end. Your liver said.
But I did. I behaved, and then the rest of the weekend I stayed in. I didn't do anything.
Well, it's funny, like the word avoidance. When I hear the word avoidance, I think of a family that I used to be related to.
Yeah.
Is that generic enough for you?
Yeah.
And that family is just messed up. I was explaining to my wife about how messed up this family and all the little subjects that they avoided along the lines that they never discussed, they never talked about. They just buried these things.
Right.
And it just was like a bunch of like phony people in a room. And as soon as one or the other left the room, all of a sudden it was just talking mad crap about the other ones.
Sure.
And just like this constant, like, and this is all because of avoidance. Instead of dealing with the problem, they're like, okay, whatever. Just, we don't deal with things in this family. And it's just a life of chaos. I mean, the stories, you couldn't write a sitcom that was wackier than these people.
No, look, I think everybody does avoid certain things. There are things you don't want to talk about and stuff like that. But this has become like something for me that's just, I agreed to take something on, and then I've just been avoiding it for the last year and a half or so. And I'm like, I gotta figure this out. I have to, because I don't want to be carrying it around anymore, and I just want it done. I want things back on track.
Well, Kevin and I are here for you to help.
So it's going to be doing things that maybe I necessarily wouldn't.
But again, you and I
do.
are here. You're the angel. I'm the freaking devil on the other shoulder. Let's go get hammered.
Let's go get hammered.
You're a bigger devil.
Kevin did write me go, what are you doing? You're sitting at home eating cheese and crackers on your deck, eating a little glass of wine?
With a stalker?
with a stalker, right. No, and I sent you a picture. I was in here. I had cleaned the studio, and I...
smells spick and span in here.
Does it? Because I
I noticed that when I walked in.
starting to stink. I thought the garbage was starting to stink, because there might be an old
That might have just been your set.
That I got to tell you, I for whatever reason, like I froze, and then I go, all right, let's get Doug up here. It was like, but everybody, I don't know. I for whatever reason, I can't figure that part out. Why I wasn't freaking out that it was like, oh shit. I was just like, well,
because usually you don't drink before your show, and I know I gave you at least 2 Guinnesses before you were up there.
No, I only had 1.
Oh, you had 2.
Also,
I did. Oh.
Also, I think past victories in your life on stage have actually like helped you realize at that moment this is an anomaly? Because I remember there were stories about you killing and other comedians who like toured the country who would come back to Rochester like it was a triumph and they sucked, and you and Tommy kept killing it on stage. And so so I think in the back of your mind, hey, look, I could do this. Everybody has a rough night once in a while. I wasn't there, I can't tell you, but
No,
I mean, maybe that's got something to do with it.
I know what it was. I know exactly what I did wrong and what I need to do to fix it. And I need to write more, and I know that too. And I was.
Did you use my joke that I gave you?
I did not.
Okay, because if you had bound for that, I would have been like, oh, there's the reason right there.
But I should have used the. Danny had a joke saying, "Hey, I saw a whole lot of handicapped parking spaces out there, and they're all filled. I don't know what you're thinking, but your luck's not going to change here."
I think that might have set the set further off the rails.
The ending was going to be like, I don't think your luck's going to get any better inside.
This motherfucker
Why don't you write
over
that
here,
one? Write that one for Doug. Okay.
with all these Patriots gear on today. Well, some Patriots gear. He won. He was winning at the slot machine, winning, like a couple $100 at a time. Or am I telling stories out of school that you didn't want out there?
I didn't win anything, Kerry. But no, I put 20 in and I sat down and was dicking around because I could still hear Greg from where I was sitting because I wasn't very far.
Right.
So I'm like, I could get the comedy, I could play some Wheel of Fortune, and I won probably $70. So I went back and was going to go cash it in, and there was a line cashing in. So I sat down on the machine right next to that and put 20 in there and turned that into 40, pulled them both out, and went and put it in my pocket.
Right. And I was pretty good. And
I did that 2 more times.
My son showed up, and he was playing slots and having a little bit of fun with that. And I don't know. I think there's
he started losing. Did he break the handle off the slot?
No, because these are push buttons.
Stupid machine!
Thank God.
They don't have a lot with handles anymore. There's some.
Oh, there?
There's some there, a couple.
So
see, if I don't play those, but when I did, you always used the pull.
Yeah.
Well,
there's something satisfying about that, right?
Yeah.
I go with whatever's winning at that point. I'll change it all around.
Here's the funny part, though, that all of a sudden, let's say Doug or Greg were on stage, and I'm out kind of watching their set, and all of a sudden you hear, Bill Moran, your party is waiting for you at the front lobby. Your party is waiting for you. Or we have a party of 5 missing a man in a wheelchair or something.
Or somebody's just won a jackpot.
It would come over the loudspeaker. So that's what made it difficult, because I bet if they put a room in dedicated to just comedy, they could do a really great job there. They would. I think they could do a nice, if they just had kind of a room that you had to go into and it was a little more soundproof, it's somewhat away. I bet you could do some business there. But I don't know. But overall, I thought it was a great night. I appreciate the people that came out and met a couple of listeners who brought their friends and said, "Oh, all they do is talk about the podcast. They talk about the podcast all the time." So, and I said, "What about you guys?" Well, I can't figure out how to get a podcast. And this other person, I've showed you 4 or 5 times how to do it. So the other person, the third person in the group goes, "Well, I got it, and I love it." So it was very nice. Very nice.
I love how people just assume anybody could do it.
Can do what?
Could start a podcast.
Oh, well,
could download a podcast.
Download.
I know, but there are other people who are like, "Hey, if you could do this."
Well, I think why not?
Nobody's come up to you and said that. People have come, I could do it. I'm like, "Oh, do you? Oh, really? All right, go ahead, do it. Do it."
No, I haven't.
Give people a listen.
I haven't had that, and that's fine. If they did, I'd go, "Yeah, man, I'll show you how." I've had people come in here and say, "How do you do it?" We had this guy named Robin who wanted to do a podcast. I was like, "Yeah, man, do it." And here's kind of what I did, and I don't know.
The downloading part's hilarious.
The downloading part was funny. We'll take a moment. A young lady has gone viral back on June 11th. June 11th. Big viral. You know exactly.
I just finally broke down and looked into what this was all about.
Yeah,
okay.
I saw. I think this is
it's Hawk-Tua.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, Hawk-Tua.
I'm like, I'm wondering what that's all about.
Well, we will get into what that's all about right after this. JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar is the perfect place to wind down after work, just minutes from home in the village of Pittsford and the village of Webster. JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar offers a great happy hour. They don't just have specials on wine, but on beer and cocktails. Their $5 margaritas and mules are a steal and dangerously tasty. Special happy hour snacks are available as well. Stop in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. at JoJo Bistro and Wine Bar.
Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 96 in Victor.
and online at victorcdjr.com.
Leo's has everything you need for your summer fun, like homemade sausage for the grill, a deli full of quality boar's head meats and cheeses. I love going over there, too, because they have a grab-and-go case. So if you're looking for, let's say, a half pound of the boar's head London broil, it's already cut for you. Just grab it. American cheese right there. Boom. You don't have to wait in line at the deli, but you can do that as well. Plus, plenty of great prepared sides like mac salads, potato salads, and so much more. And don't forget the Leo's fresh baked cookies, cannolis, cakes, and pies. Perfect for any get-together. What's the best thing about Leo's? Everything, even the Cuban sandwich. Go there and have the Cuban. Tell them Billified sent you there specifically for the Cuban sandwich. Leo's on Despatch Drive in East Rochester and open every day.
Leave Billified a voicemail anytime on the Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram line at 585-206-8866.
Hey, Billy, listening yesterday to your show. A fifth grade field trip. One parent gets 3 kids, New York City, bus trip for the weekend. I get a kid, nurse tells me, has Adderall. Need to make sure this kid gets his Adderall every day. A little bit of a hyper kid, way bit of a hyper kid. Meet the mother Friday morning. Mother says she decided to take him off the Adderall for the weekend. Like to give him a break. Look, I do construction. I have kids. I don't have hyper kids, but, you know, if you want to leave them with me, that's fine. This kid's bouncing off the fucking walls all weekend. I have to chase this kid constantly. I got to leave my 2 with somebody else. So somebody has 5 to go chase this kid down. This kid's all over the place. Sunday night, we're on 390, coming back around 10, 11 o'clock. This kid finally passes out. First time all weekend. I'm exhausted. What do? We stop at the rest area. Mountain Dew, M&M, candy, anything he fucking wants. I sugared the shit out of this kid, and I sent him home. That's how you handle it. See ya.
And be sure to like and subscribe to Billified wherever you get your podcast.
I love that story.
What fifth grade goes to New York City for a school trip?
Yeah, that's interesting. Up here, that's a long way
Like
for a
8th
weekend.
grade, it's Washington, D.C., but I never heard of a 5th grade trip.
Yeah, we were we did New York City, but we were a lot closer than Rochester, where I grew up. I see that kind of puts me in I'm in a uncomfortable position because Jameson he's coming up at the beginning of July, and he wants to bring a buddy, and I've said I'm not comfortable because I don't know the kid. And my place isn't that big, and I still have to do some work and stuff, and I don't want to be responsible for somebody else's kid.
You only be responsible for yourself.
Well, that's true, too. That's true. So then this has been going on. Then I get a call yesterday saying, can I, and I sort of expressed, I tried to do it delicately, but I guess I wasn't firm enough. And last night I get a call, but it woke me up. I was asleep on the couch. So I was a little short. I'm like, hey, whatever's going to work for you. I got a headache. I'm going to bed. And I get a call today. Hey, I hope you're not mad at me. And I said, I'm not mad. I feel like we've been around the block on this. And I said that I wasn't comfortable. Well, if you came down here and you were staying at the house and that kid came over, you'd be responsible. I go, yeah, in a bigger space, in a neighborhood that you both know, in a routine that you already have.
In a state where the parent are.
Yeah, I go, with his parent not far away. I'm like, I said, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not this time. We'd have to plan it better. So I'm just not comfortable.
Plus, you want to hang out with him because you don't get to hang out with just him.
I don't get to just hang out with him, and that was part of the thing. It was going to be for not the entire time. It was going to be like 3 or 4 days, and then the kid would fly back. And I'm like, I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, the hawk to a girl. You've caught this?
Yeah, I've caught like pieces of.
And
the
you
puzzle.
caught a little bit.
I finally looked it up on Friday. Yeah.
All right. So
I keep seeing her on Twitter.
They're out in Nashville. Okay. There's this guy, and I forget it's somebody TV that they're doing on YouTube, and they find young women and they ask them different questions like, why would you make a great wife, or what do you do that would make you a great wife? But it's in the bar district, probably Broadway. Nashville,
yeah,
and they're drinking. Now
it's what you're doing at the courthouse for skanks.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I did this a year ago.
I'll take this. So this is this is the original whole deal with the girl.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now, okay. So it's funny, right?
Yeah.
And she's just being funny. She's young. She's fairly attractive. This thing has blown up.
Her dad's got to be
I'm going
impressed.
Oh my God. Because it's funny. Like it made me go instantaneously. I go, okay, what if this were Danny's sister back in the day? What would Danny think of that? Because it's just funny. She's drunk. She's with her girlfriend. Her girlfriend's shocked. It's that, it's a moment. It's a one moment thing.
If I were that age, I would probably be like, oh no.
Right.
Now, knowing what I know now, just lean into it. Like, I knew kids in high school who had really dysfunctional families, and that was like something like that would just be a normal thing. Like, their parents would cheat on each other all the time, and they just embraced it. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, I'm not endorsing that.
Hang on a second. Let's take that away. Your dad Butch is alive.
Oh, Butch would not.
Okay. And
First of all, I don't know if it would get to him.
And
I don't think this would get to him.
You don't think so? I'm going to tell you right now.
He would send it to him.
No, because we're talking about my dad. My dad didn't use the internet. He didn't have a smartphone.
Okay, but hang on.
But he would.
We're going to move Butch to 2024. We're going to.
He'd be pretty disappointed.
Scale.
He'd be disappointed.
I'm not saying he would see it. He wouldn't. He probably isn't on TikTok, and he wouldn't be on.
Yeah.
But there would be family members that see it. It would get back to him, and it would be there. And in a way, you feel bad because this thing has been that people have turned it into remixes.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck, spit on that thing. Oh, you gotta give him that huck, spit on that thing. 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 Spit on that thing.
Right, so you got that. You get this remix.
Don't want none unless you got buns, hun. My anaconda don't want none unless you
spit on that thing.
Or then this is one of my new favorite people on Instagram.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck and spit on that thing.
There was a phrase that struck a chord and took the internet by storm.
I love this guy.
A phrase for when she's spitting right onto you.
This is a kid from Michigan. He's just been doing parody videos.
And she said, spit on that thing,
Official Rolling Blue on Instagram, I think is his name. I just love
We get one of these every few years. You had the Cash Me Outside girl. You had the Run and Tell That homeboy back in the day.
We had the dude who I think the first one that really took off was the one where like the dude whose like sister was getting attacked in her bedroom, and he went in and like knocked the guy out of the window.
Oh God,
the guy, the black kid who
the Run and Tell That. There's a rapist. In Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Everyone's be raping everybody in here.
Oh, how about the house is on fire? That fire, and the house is burning.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Is that the one?
Yeah, I think something like that. I thought so. But this girl, I don't think anybody expected it to take off like that. It's being talked about everywhere, and now there's Hawk 2 merchandise, which
already?
Yeah. This happened June 11th.
Okay.
We're talking about this on June 23rd. So
I'm sure there's a Dolphins jersey.
Oh, there's been Dolphins memes where it's her and Tua's jersey. But this is a hat, and her name is Haley Welch. And supposedly she
looks like a Haley.
Now, is she selling the merch, or is the guy who does the comic selling the merch?
No, it's Fathead Threads, and she gets some of the proceeds. So here's the thing. If it becomes a big deal, there's stickers with her face on it. There's all this stuff. If people are selling it, like she was seen autographing merchandise somewhere, like somebody had stuck in her face. It's called Fathead Threads.
If I'm the comic, I'm probably suing them. I want a piece of this because I'm the one that got this to go viral.
Oh, the TV show?
The comic on the street.
Yeah.
He did the work.
He did all the work.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that they wanted it to go viral. I don't know about the with the. I don't know who fathead threads are.
Can you imagine being the judge in that case too? All right, ladies and gentlemen, people versus
State of New York versus Hawk Tua.
So you're saying that you taped this woman doing Hawk Tua? That is correct.
Danny,
Greg Connor's like representing the guy. We'll take your case.
Spit on that thing.
You spit on that thing.
Is it a workman's comp situation?
She just says it so well.
When you're-
This is her thing.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
You hear me? And she's just laughing.
There was other stuff before it, too.
There
She
was.
talking about,
There was
like,
other
the best
stuff.
way to get over someone is to get under somebody else.
Yeah, she was just saying silly
a whore.
things, but
She's a whore.
But she's like 21 years old. I'm going go back to your dad, Butch,
Yeah.
who seemed to have a strong moral code.
Yes.
like had lived a life.
He was a man's
didn't want
man.
the life for you. That
Yes.
kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. He did
had a
not want
strong
the life
moral
for
code.
me.
Let's say your pretty sister goes to Nashville and she just is having fun with her girlfriends and says something silly into a camera, inebriated, and now Butch is walking back into the steel mill. And all the younger guys have seen this shit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Like, what would that be like?
Oh, he'd be dipping them in the choline tanks.
And by the way,
They
like,
wouldn't exist.
I couldn't imagine my own father, because I have a sister. What would that be like? And then what if your buddies found out and they go, hey, is your
Sister single?
What's your sister doing Friday night? Hey, man, your sister Hawk to me? I mean, there would be, I couldn't stop. I would be relentless. I keep thinking of my buddy, Flame Brain Chris had a sister and she had like huge cans and stuff. And he got so mad when he found out one guy kept trying to come over and stay over at his house because he just wanted to see his sister. He was hoping, like he accidentally walked in a room on purpose once.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And
Come on
she
in.
was attractive. I just never really thought of anything like of her, but anyway, good or bad, she was pretty, but she was
Yeah.
my buddy's sister. I wasn't.
Right.
I just didn't. It didn't register to me. These other guys, and I go, fuck, man. I would see. Here's the thing that I've always loved in life. It's not the girl that says Hawk Tua. I have no problem with that. I understand it. You get caught up in a moment. You're having fun with your girlfriends. She just said something. She was being silly. Whether she really does it or not. By the way, I think that's the sound you make when a loogie's coming out. And I don't know any guy that wants a loogie on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Okay. So, but on the other side,
I've heard.
I would think, like, I love the reaction. I love watching people react to things. I love when a woman, especially a middle-aged woman who's feeling good about herself today, puts up on a hot day a picture of her by the pool in her bathing suit. You know, just even a headshot, just from the torso up, whatever it is. Because it's not the picture that I'm interested in. It's all
creeps.
you creepy motherfuckers commenting. When will you learn, you house apes? When will you learn?
Looking good.
Yeah, it's always my favorite. Or when
You
it's
need some sunscreen on that bag.
I'd love to come over and rub some on there. By the way, if she is doing that, she does come off as like a master of her craft. This young woman. I mean, she does say it with a thing.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk too and spit on that thing.
She says that with such authority. Such authority. Like, I'm thinking at Christmas time. If that is my, let's say it's not my sister, because that wouldn't play well in my house. But if it were my cousin, and I would give my brother, like if it was someone not under the same roof that we grew up in, like let's say it was our cousin that something happened, I would give my brother a Hawk to a t-shirt or something, and the two of us would laugh. It would be a private joke, but we'd be laughing. Would you do that? No?
Probably not.
Probably
I want to know when the how long it's going to be till the Hawk to a parody porn comes out, because you know it's coming.
Oh, probably. I don't know. I'm sure that'll be the next. I don't know. I have no idea. Well, I would just say that I'm very glad that the internet did not exist to this level when I was young, because I think that there would have been a lot of things that went bad. Like there were funny things that would happen that were done more as a joke that kind of ruined, not ruined, but certainly had my parents like in an uproar. When that girl wrote me that filthy letter about your throbbing cock and all this stuff, and she's listing it all, and it was really like a Harley, and it was pages and pages.
Vilified fan fiction.
It was exactly that. It was filthy. And it was all on yellow legal pad, and front and back. And she wrote it, and she did it. It was a good joke and all. And I think she even sprayed it with perfume or something. We were like 19, 20 years old. And
was her writing similar to the writing from the letter writer?
Actually, not that different. And then my mother found it and read it.
Where'd you hide it? That she found it.
I think
was she searching, or was it just on the nightstand?
It's an interesting thing. That was high school was when they were searching, and
was she looking for some weed?
Yeah, there was the search for weed but I was in high school then, and then this was college, and I don't remember why she was in my room, and it might have fallen out, and it might have been on the floor. No one came downstairs to my room.
Trapper keeper on the way to school.
No, it wasn't even that, because I was older. I was out of high school. So I had to be 19 or 20 years old. So I was home, but yeah, she found it, and I just remember my father going, "Your mother found the letter," and I was like, "Oh,
what letter, Dad?"
Oh God!" And the worst is then that girl would come. I mean, she was like persona non grata. My mother wanted nothing to do with her. I'll give you this story. So part of the reason that I went to Park City, Utah for the summer before I went back to Fisher was really to get me away from her. That was sort of the move. Get me away, because they were afraid that I would end up either married or something or whatever. I don't know. It wasn't and they weren't wrong. It wasn't a great match or whatever. So I come back from Utah, because I wanted to stay out there, and my mom's like, "No, and you're not going to college out there. We're not paying for," because I wanted to go to Boulder. I looked at Boulder when I was out there, and I wanted to transfer to Boulder. And she's like, "We're not paying for plane tickets and all this other stuff. It's ridiculous, blah, blah, blah." So I wound up, I was like, "All right, fine." So I came back, and I was going to Fisher. So I'm home, and it's like 2 weeks, and then I have to leave for Fisher. And that girl came up. And my mother on the deck made a big scene about, "Well, he really wants to move back out there." Because I did. So that was
spray in the repellent.
Oh, that was shot number one, right? That's shot number one.
Yeah.
So now I remember I get up and I go to the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom, and that girl, my girlfriend's standing there. And she goes, "Are you going to come with me this weekend and go to the beach?" And I knew my parents did not want me to go. And I'm like, and she reaches down. I'll never forget this. She reaches down and grabs my balls and goes, "Are they still there?" I was challenged. What was I going to do? So
that's the hardest.
I wound up going down to Jersey to the beach or whatever. Oh God, my parents were so fucking pissed at me. It was like that. No one would say anything.
Yeah.
Right. But
it's one of those. The tension was in the air.
Feel the tension. It was like the humidity we've had in the air the past couple days. You could feel the tension. But I remember she goes, "Do you still have them?" And she reached down and tapped my balls, and I was like, "Yeah, I still got them."
Yeah, I'm still a man, baby.
Now your dad obviously saw the letter as well. There's that bond between father and son when they get older. Did he secretly, give you the knocks, being like, "Hey, way to lay it down"?
No, I don't think so. I
did he ask for tips?
No, he never said much about that.
Billy, how do you last longer?
He didn't like a lot of the people I dated prior to marriage.
Did he comment on the grammar in the letter?
I think there was a misspelling or something. I think there was scribble.
He's got his red pen out, circling shit.
Yeah. Her name was Allison O'Connor. I remember that. She wrote this filthy letter. I wonder where that girl is today.
Well, you have Facebook.
I know, but I don't. I'm sure I don't. I have no idea.
Sounds like a mystery guest to me.
No, please do never do that.
When Marge is in studio.
It's funny. It's like I didn't have many girlfriends growing up. So how people on Facebook will go back, "Hey, I wonder how this chick is doing." That. Right. I go back and look up old church members.
I've never
people from the VBS.
Here's this very sad, but this is very truthful. When things were over for me, they were over. I just moved on, and that was kind of the way it was. And but I've had people send me pictures of people, or people say to me, "Hey, I had lunch with so and so," and I'd be like, "Oh." And I don't know what to say to that.
Right. What do you say?
I haven't been,
because if you say
I
anything,
haven't been pining. Right. I sometimes think I may have been a bad a bad influence on someone's life somewhere along the line.
So-
and maybe it's
okay,
better off that
so-
I'm just not in their life anymore.
Back when Facebook first became a thing that everybody was using, right?
Yeah.
I actually got you on it, and then Tommy got on it, and then Tommy goes, you know, we got a thing, bro. It was the day you were off. I think Jameson had just been born.
Yeah.
So he's like digging for content.
Okay.
You know, Tommy. It's like, you know what I ought to do? I ought to write my ex-fiance. Just look her up and see if she's online.
Yes.
And so he did. And he goes, and I guess like her mother had a really like influential way about her. And like when Tommy broke it off with her, she like gave Tommy a lecture about how to treat people.
Yeah.
And so Tommy goes and sees that her mother is gone. He writes that's the way he can write to her. In other words, I don't want to cold email her out of the blue. I'll just write to her and say, I'm sorry to hear about your mom. I heard about your mom dying. And she wrote back this long thing saying, you know, what you did to me and blah, 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 blah. Remember? And I'm like, oh my gosh.
yeah.
I go, Tommy, she still has feelings for you.
Yeah.
The best thing she could have said, because she's now remarried and has 2 kids.
Yeah.
The best thing she could have said was, thank you. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
That's
That's
but
it.
no, she gave him like a
Less-
whole
less is always-
more.
less is
I'm
always
like, Tommy,
more.
she still wants you.
Yeah.
Bro, I got it still. I still got it. Because she didn't. The best thing she could have just not responded at all.
Right.
But she chose to respond.
Which I'm a classic non-responder at times.
By their husband's name, they're a Kentucky family.
Yeah.
Her husband's name. How southern a name is this?
Is it Rufus?
Bo.
Bo.
Beaux.
Oh.
Bo.
Bo. Hey. All right. Well, just look out for the
What's
hot
one
tub
move
girl.
in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing.
There was a phrase that
I just wondered, like, what does your grandmother say? Because she's young. It's a good chance that all her grandparents are still alive.
Good chance her grandparents are like probably like your age.
I mean, so unfortunately, you're
Well, no,
probably
I mean,
right.
look, yeah, I mean-
you're not. That's no. That's, I know,
what a
but it's
dick.
not. Well, I like to think not, Dan.
No, but you know what I mean.
Like,
Like,
it could be like 10, 15 years old.
let's say, okay, but they could be like older Gen Xers on the older end, right? Or at least like young boomers,
Yeah, young boomers.
right? People who are barely retired.
Yeah,
Let's put it that
yes,
way.
Yes.
They don't look like Wilford Brimley. They
No.
look more like Gavin Newsom.
Okay, something like that. All right, we'll take a moment. There's a story and something very tragic happened, and I will play the news story for you guys, and then I will put forth my theory as to what happened, because I think there's a mystery, and I think you'll be able to relate pretty well. You may be able to relate, but that does have to have kids to sort of understand this.
Okay.
But yet you'll be able to relate. No, you'll be able to relate.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get to all that next. But first, you like crab cakes? Come on, who doesn't like crab cakes? I eat them like Vince Vaughn and Wedding Crashers. I want you to picture irresistible fresh blue crab and roasted red pepper patties, pan-seared to perfection and served with zesty lemon basil aioli. Where do you get that? Cobblestone on Main, 109 West Main Street in the village of Webster. Cobblestone on Main, where great company meets exceptional taste. Visit them today.
Comedy at the Carlson. Ticket and show times at carlsoncomedy.com.
At Circulaw, their foundation lies in this: the belief that everyone deserves a fair defense. Steve Cirque and his team tirelessly strive to ensure that their clients' rights are protected and they leave no stone unturned in building a really strong case. So, if you're facing a DWI or possibly accused of a crime you didn't knowingly commit, Circulaw will defend your rights and personal freedoms. Now, look, they've litigated criminal cases of every scenario. Simple misdemeanors, they've done it. Serious felony offenses, they've handled that as well. At Circulaw, they believe preparation is key and make sure to thoroughly prepare for every possible scenario. If you've been charged with a crime and need a defense attorney with integrity and experience both in and out of the courtroom, it's Circulaw. Call them at 585-385-2510, or you can email them through their secure contact page at circulaw.com. Make sure your rights are protected with Circulaw.
Sunday afternoon, we started a bit too soon, lazily watching the game. After the doorbell came, entering linen rain, and they say I'm always to blame. But I got a philosophy, though nobody's listening, it's something I'm still gonna say.
like that?
That's a great point.
This is one of my favorite new guys. Not he's been around. Chris Trapper.
Because remember 4:13 every day, every Sunday, you get that gut feeling about Monday.
You get the Sunday scaries.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I remember those days. I don't get them anymore.
But I remember you as a kid, spontaneous things you did. It was your full-time job just to play. Don't let your Mondays own your Sunday.
Love more Sundays till the NFL.
Don't let your Monday own your Sunday.
So my brother played this for me when we were on our way back from the Stones. He's become very friendly with Chris Trapper. Chris plays at the Cliff House that my brother is run. I don't know what Kevin does there. He's got a team of people. He was complaining about people and managing them and stuff. He's like, but he played that song and he goes, he's gotten to know him. They go to dinner every time he's around and they talk on the phone once in a while. He goes, I think he's one of the best songwriters. And he did Keg on My Coffin. He was part of the Push Stars years ago.
Yeah, he's come to town a few times.
Well, he's coming back. July 6th.
Oh, wow.
He's playing in Spencerport at the Arrowhead Golf Course and Marina.
Oh.
Yeah. So I looked it up. I never heard of Arrow. Have you? Do you know?
I've played there.
Have you? Is it right on the canal?
I believe so, yes.
So it looked like a nice spot.
Is that the club that doesn't like Irish people?
So I sent Chris Trapper a message through Facebook, and then I text my brother because I don't want to put my brother in an uncomfortable position. And not that Chris Trapper is the most famous guy, but, you know, and I don't know how close they are or aren't. And Kevin's
Chris,
like,
will you talk to my douchebag podcast ass brother? He won't get off my ass.
Fuck you. Well, it'd be like
he thinks you're awesome. He thinks you're the next John Mayer.
It would be like me going to Damien about Jimmy, right? Fallon. Yeah, it's like,
think I can touch him?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got a joke for him.
Damien, will you let Jimmy be on Bill's
Actually, my buddy
dumbass
Dan's
podcast?
My buddy Dan's got a joke for him. He keeps passing it to people.
So I did send Chris a message. I'd love to get him in, I said, and then I sent my brother, I go, if any help, you know, and he's like, he writes back, yeah, I got to talk to him about some dates in the fall for our place. Anyway, we were talking about that, so I'll mention something.
We should go to the show.
I'd like to go to the show. You know what? Let's see. Tickets are, he says here.
What day is it?
It's Saturday, July 6th.
So it's like 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks away.
It's 2 weeks from yesterday.
It's at the Arrowhead. Opening act is Colin Hart and Martin Petrillo from 6 to 6:45. Chris plays from 7 to 8:30. And tickets are $33.85 general admission. So I'd have to get two because I think Jameson's with me that night.
Get three because I'll go. We'll go to the
All right,
go to the retreat afterwards.
That you want to go?
I might be. I don't know if I'm gonna be in town.
It's the July 4th weekend. You got who knows whatever.
That's my big holiday.
Yeah.
Although I can't really eat much though. That's the only thing.
That's true too. Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
They go, you can eat, but you're gonna set your cleanse back.
Just put some coconut oil on a Mac salad.
It's funny, like how much.
Drizzle it all like it's hot
It's
sauce.
amazing how much coconut oil I've eaten in the last week.
Yeah, well, I do it every. You know what?
Coconut oil, grape oil, and avocado oil, not olive oil.
Really?
Yeah, you can use one of those.
Avocado I get, but the seed oil.
Grapeseed oil.
Yeah, not a fan of that. But anyway,
I've
never done. I've only done
in that diet.
I've only done the coconut oil with them, and I
Some
did.
lube your
I'm
asshole.
going to give you something that's gross that I do, and it's called swishing. So people take.
Is that
He usually does that from behind the arc, though.
No, this is last night. I came here and my laptop was not connecting to the internet for whatever reason. So I went home. Same thing was happening. It was an issue with the laptop I had to work through, and I'm technologically dumb. So all of a sudden I go, I'm a little bit hungry, and I don't want to eat because I've been losing weight and I'm working at it and I'm trying to do it. So I always eat raw almonds. I'm a big fan of raw almonds, and I take raw almonds and I dip them in coconut oil and I eat it. And
I thought you were going to put it in, chew it a little bit, and spit it out.
Well, here's the thing about
that's where you were going.
Well, the swishing, I think, is where they take it and people put it along their teeth to whiten their teeth. Coconut oil will allegedly whiten your teeth. I don't know.
Like it's like a miracle oil all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that it is a lot of calories. I mean, it is thick.
Yeah,
it's 125 calories for a tablespoon.
It's a healthy calorie.
It is,
and you'll see your cholesterol after you do this.
Yeah.
Your good cholesterol will be through the roof. Your bad cholesterol will be down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good diet.
Yeah, I'd like to take a blood test after this is over.
Yeah,
seriously, see where I'm at.
You should have done one before, or compare it to one you
Well,
had.
I just went to the doctor about a month or so ago. So,
yeah. All right, there is a news story that. It's kind of upsetting. It's a little strange. I will play you the news story, and then I think I know what happened.
A man remains in critical condition. This after officials say he was hit last night by a roller coaster at Kings Island.
Now that ride you see behind us, the band.
All right, I see Kevin roll his eyes.
Was he trying to fucking punt block it?
Hang on.
And she remains closed as local and state agencies investigate exactly what went wrong there. WCPO 9 News reporter Valerie Lyons is live outside Kings Island tonight. So, Valerie, authorities say the man entered a restricted area.
Craig, that is according to Kings Island officials, as well as witnesses who were either on the ride or near it at the time. They say that man had just been on the ride and lost his keys, and he wanted to get back on. But witnesses say the ride greeter wouldn't let him until the ride was closed. So the man decided to walk through a restricted gate and hop a 5-foot fence anyway.
We need a squad for a head injury.
We're actually unsure what happened. Occurred near a roller coaster.
911 calls and radio traffic described the critical moments when a 38-year-old man and the world's longest steel inverted coaster came in contact.
The patient is breathing, but not conscious.
It was around 8 o'clock Wednesday night when Kings Island says the Ohio man was hit by the near 70-mile-per-hour ride known as Banshee after he entered into a restricted area.
A severe head trauma.
Spanning more than 4,000 feet with a 3-minute ride time, Banshee dips not once, not twice, but 7 times. The man could have been hit at any one of those spots.
Have a helicopter, mosquitoes, cats, UC, Westchester.
First taken to Westchester Hospital, the man was then flown to UC Medical Center with what first responders described as a critical injury. On Thursday, as the park resumed normal operation, Banshee remained motionless as state ride inspectors surveyed the track to determine whether what happened the night before was human error or mechanical.
It was his error.
Yes.
This was completely his error. All right, I have a theory as to what happened.
Well, he lost his keys.
Yes, I know.
You ever lose your keys?
Yes.
It's got to be right there. I'm watching this roller coaster right now. It has to have been right where it goes upside down, and it must just fall out of his pocket.
Okay.
People lose their minds though when they lose their keys.
No, I understand. Well, here's the thinking that I have. Who goes to amusement parks like this?
Dads.
Yes.
Families. My brother
You
just
got it.
went to
You
Darien
got
Lake.
it.
I got an earful.
Yes.
Darien Lake sucks now. He had to take his my nephew just turned 7.
Yeah.
So hey, let's go to Darien Lake.
Yeah.
No. Let's go to Darien. Okay. And he goes, it's turning into Fantasy Island. And Fantasy Island in Buffalo is like on Grand Island, and it looks like decrepit and old and rusted out. And if Darien Lake's looking like that, it's not a good sign for Darien Lake.
All right, so I was thinking because you're exactly right.
Yeah.
So think of this. You're at the end. I don't know what time this happened, but I'm thinking it's at the end of their day. The kids are tired. The kids are cranky. Let's get them home. Go to the car. Where are the keys? Fuck. Yes. And you know you are going to get your ass chewed out, and she's saying, where are they? I gave them to you. Now, here's the thing. Did you, maybe they were in her purse. I'm just imagining that this guy hops the fence, and all of a sudden she's trying to send him a text. Found him. But I really believe that what happened in this instance was this guy's getting his ass chewed out. The kids are tired. They're cranky. Let's get home. He needs to find these fucking keys. I don't care. And you lose your mind and you hop off. That's what I'm thinking probably drove him. Because I'm going, no, if there's a restricted area, I'm not going in.
No.
I don't even.
It could be like electronics or electric.
No, but I mean, well, especially there.
Right.
I won't go in if I see like the employees only area of a restaurant and I wound up by accident walking in there. I don't want to. No.
Oops, I didn't mean to charge this card.
Well, I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking now you know when you hop a 5-foot fence what you're doing, but you're thinking, I'll just run out while they're there. But you're not.
Maybe he saw them from outside of the fence.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did see him, and he's like, "Oh shit, there they are. I'm going to go get them."
But what I'm wondering now, just watching this roller coaster, because if you've been to Darien Lake, you know the mind eraser. It's inverted. Yes. You're sitting, your legs are dangling.
Yes.
The train for the coaster is up. So he must have gotten kicked in the head or
something. That's what I'm
thinking, too. He must have gotten kicked in the head at 70 miles an hour.
Yes, I totally see that happening.
Oh, my God.
And or he ducks down, and he thinks it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, so the last guy gets him.
Right.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
I know exactly what Kevin's talking about.
Wow. So I'm thinking, okay, so the idea is that, don't you want to follow up on this?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the keys? Was she giving you an earful of shit? Did you really fuck up? You know what I mean?
Do you remember?
As a right. Do you remember? Do you remember any of them?
Did you meet Jesus?
Go?
How's the other side look?
I don't know. That's just so bad.
So, you know, it's funny. You bring this up and you say, like, I might be able to relate to it or not based on not having
just
kids.
not having kids. I'm just saying, like, when you go, most of the time, guys in their late 30s aren't going to an amusement park on a date. Usually not. I know people go to Disney.
And it's families.
A little different.
It's families.
But Darien Lake and something like this, I think it's mostly families.
Yes.
She's still giving him shit for losing the keys, too, I wonder.
Oh, I bet.
So,
son of a bitch, this wouldn't have happened if you just had put him in the locker like we planned. Why didn't you put him in the locker?
So if I said the name Neil Brennan, would you know who I'm talking about?
No.
He was Dave Chappelle's right-hand guy during Chappelle's show. He was like the Larry David of the Chappelle show. He's a comic now, or he's been a comic. He does a podcast, and he had Jerry Seinfeld on. And they're talking about fatherhood, because Jerry, you know, has become a dad in the last 10 years. It's awfully late in life for a guy like Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, yeah, his kids are graduating college.
Yeah, so they were talking about that. And he said, you know, Warren Beatty, Seinfeld said this. Warren Beatty once said this. He goes, God purposely does not let people who don't have kids know what it's like. He goes, you have to have kids to understand the good and the bad of it. And to me, it's like, that's the bad part that I don't understand. And I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, I think so.
But he also doesn't let you know the joy that you have so you don't miss it.
Right.
So it's not this gaping hole in your heart. Because once you have it, you have a lot of joy. It's more joy, really, than pain. But that's the painful side of it. But I thought that was very profound, and I've never heard it explained like that.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good way. You know, we haven't talked to Race and Randy in a while. This may be a good time to just try to call him, just because.
By the way, I can't believe that guy's still alive.
No, I can't. Well, I don't know. I just saw the story today, so I'm assuming it happened like yesterday or Friday, maybe.
They said Wednesday.
Oh, last Wednesday. They did say it?
Said it right at the beginning of the story.
I'm sorry. I'm not listening.
Yeah, I never listened to the very beginning of the story either.
I'm so glad you caught that.
Can we also discuss this new profile picture you have on Facebook?
What's wrong with it?
Oh, look at me.
Wait.
You look like the hedgehog.
You're fucking lit. You're lit.
You're peeking over.
Not in a Guinness kind of way.
No. All right. Hang on now.
Peeking over the table.
It's almost like a boudoir.
Right.
You got the
little,
little sexy finger. Hey, ladies.
So I got another camera. And I got it a while ago, and I got it because it was recommended to shoot this other piece I want to do, and I have never used it. So I brought it to the comedy show and go, I got to figure this out, and I got to go and start shooting some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was taking pictures, and I couldn't figure out the camera. Well, while I was there, a lovely listener named Paula had come up and said hello to me, and then sent me a message saying, hey, it looks like you got a camera. Are you starting a hobby of taking pictures and this sort of thing? And I said, no, I've got this other thing. And she said,
hardcore pornography.
She said, if you ever need, so
4K.
She goes, if you ever want help, I said, fuck you. If you ever want, it is 4K too.
4K.
Yeah, hawk too. So she said, if you ever need help with the camera, let me know. And I go, actually, I do, because Rock Women's Magazine is doing their men's edition. So they sent me a bunch of questions.
Don't look at me like I'm a dick over here.
I am looking at you like you're a dick over there. So they sent me a bunch of questions that I've been going through and answering little by little by little. And they needed, I think they needed it by yesterday. But they told me I could have till Tuesday.
Can me and Danny answer one of the questions for you?
So
come on.
No. So
you got the good angel over there.
So and they wanted 8 pictures. And they're like, you know, if you have professional shots, and I'm like, I don't know. So this person said to me, I can take pictures too. I go, great. So we took a bunch of pictures, and she just took that as a test. And she goes, I really like this picture. So I'm like, you know what? I'll change it, put it up as my profile pic. But the only reason it's lit is the flash went off. And she didn't like it because the flash went off. But I thought, it's good enough. I always had that stupid racing one up there. I had me in the fire suit from when I did the racing, drag racing. But is it bad?
It just makes you look.
Is it a femme picture?
Pompous.
No, I don't think that.
Look at the look on his face.
I don't think that. I was just joking.
Look at the look on his face.
What is the look?
No, it looks like I'm thinking.
I'm
thinking.
I am so smart.
This is how you do it. This is how you think.
This is what a podcaster looks like.
No,
I have
an idea.
Oh, I fucking hate you guys.
No, I don't think it's a bad picture, though.
Well, go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead.
I'm just waiting to see how long it's going to take to change it now.
I'll change it back to the other one.
No, remember like in the 80s when they used to make kids pose for school pictures?
Yes.
All right, you're going to put yourself...
I don't think I even
like
did
Napoleon
a pose.
Dino, she goes, okay, you want to put your chin on your fist like it's light like a feather?
Like you've got everything perfectly framed in the picture.
I didn't take the picture.
It says Bill right above your head.
All right, well... I did. I put it up, and I put it as a reel on Instagram.
All seriousness, she does take good pictures.
Yeah, she takes good pictures. Paul is
We're
ass.
just
She does a
gonna
nice job.
fuck with you.
Well, I love it. I love that you're fucking with me. Should we check? There's two stories. We haven't talked to Randy in a while, and I don't want to hurt him. And you wrote an article for the Times of Wayne County that involved Randy.
Yes.
And it would be good to get him on. But Pornhub is in the news. I think 7 states now are making you put up a government-issued ID in order to gain access to the website.
Not New York. I checked it out this morning.
So we'll talk about this a little bit because, and then I want to tell you about a girl who I want to play audio of a girl who is saying that OnlyFans isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Oh.
And we'll get to all that.
Finally.
Right after this. Red, White, and Brew is a tap and tasting room that focuses on the Great Empire State. Wineries, breweries, distilleries. You can get a nice flight. Let's say you get a nice flight of beers from around the state. You pair that up with a nice charcuterie board that they have over there, Red, White, and Brew, and you've got the perfect date night. Let's say you're thinking about hitting a couple of wineries along one of the Finger Lakes, and you go, well, we can only get to so many. You could go to Red, White, and Brew and plan your trip by tasting the wines from different wineries and go, ooh, this would be one that everybody in the group would love. You do a little pre-gaming at Red, White, and Brew, a little homework. Red, White, and Brew is at 147 State Street. If you don't follow them on Facebook, please do. They have a lot of great events, and they post them all there and on their website as well at Red, White, and Brew Rock. That's Red, White, and Brew ROC.com. Got a home that's in desperate need of a superhero? Call Mac of all trades, the Cape Crusaders of home repair. Whether your faucet's leaking like a bad stand-up routine or your kitchen needs a remodel so fierce it'll make your mother-in-law's hairdo stand on end and say, wow, this is actually decent. It's a job for Mac of all trades. From small missions like patching up that totally not your fault hole in the wall to full-scale kitchen makeovers that'll have you cooking like a Michelin-starred chef. Need a new deck to host your superhero watching parties? Mac's got your backyard covered like a vibranium shield. Electrical issues got you living in the dark ages? Mac will illuminate your life brighter than a gamma radiation experiment gone wrong. And here's the best part. Their prices are so good, you won't go broke like a certain Playboy billionaire whose shield doesn't quite obey the laws of physics. You know the one. So suit up and give Mac of all trades a call at 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218 or online at macofalltrades.net.
Leave Billify a voicemail anytime on the Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram line at 585-206-8866.
Hey, Billy, it's Souks. Just catch up on the Facebook feed there. Holy smokes. Stephanie just going on those drums, man. And then Danny's voice. Oh, my goodness. I just can't stop watching that video. You got to do that more often, man. It was It was great entertainment. Love the pod. Talk to you guys later. See ya.
And be sure to like and subscribe to Vilified wherever you get your podcast.
That's a nice compliment, Danny.
It
nice
is.
compliment right there.
So I actually
585-206-8866.
I actually asked Stephanie if her boyfriend Mike would be willing to play drums in a band, but he can't commit to it. So he's very talented.
What band?
Well, I'm thinking about starting one. So.
That's why I said no.
I knew you couldn't stay away.
Well, it's not actually. It's a friend of mine prodding me and my wife both.
Yeah.
To be a part of it. He goes, "Can you find a drummer?"
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
All right.
We'll see.
All right.
So
you need a drummer.
Yes,
Okay.
and 2 guitar players.
2 guitar players. All right.
Bass and vocals are covered.
Bass and vocals are
Yeah.
covered.
Mark's a big time bass player.
Well, you're a
best tone in town.
You would be the vocals, right?
Yeah, my wife and I would split those duties.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Look at that. It's like sharing a bed.
Hello,
Racing Randy.
Hey guys, how you doing? What's going on here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon?
Wow, you got some rain down there in Nurk?
Not any rain right now. No, actually, it's a little cloudy. Sun's out, but it's a little cloudy. It did rain a little bit earlier, but not much. More in Palmyra today. I know that when I was up there
all the
earlier.
rain's in New Hampshire right now.
Yeah, where the races?
Yeah,
right?
with the races. It's on the red flag last time I knew.
So what's the who was winning?
Last I knew, Tyler Reddick was, if I remember right.
What's that? Tyler Reddick was?
No, I think Tyler Reddick. Tracy.
45 was winning.
Tyler Reddick leading? Yeah, Tyler Reddick. Yes, that's who was leading. Yeah, Tyler Reddick.
I can't believe
that's Michael Jordan. One of Michael Jordan's drivers.
Yeah, I can't believe Tyler Reddick's going to run do NASCAR and coach the Lakers at the same time.
Talk about double dipping for pay. Holy cow!
Yeah, different Reddick.
And do a podcast.
So Randy,
yes,
we have lots of questions. Do you know what a Hawk Tua? Have you heard of the Hawk?
I saw the video. I don't know what the hell it means or what it's even about, but I see all this stuff on Hawk Tua. What the hell is this crap?
We're sponsoring the number 22 card today.
Here, Randy. This is the Hawk Tua girl. She's outside a bar in Nashville, and some guys on the street asking questions.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that Hawk Tua and spit on that thing. You get me?
You got to give her the Hawk Tua and spit on that thing, Randy.
Oh, well, good for her. Good girl.
I know. But, Randy, here's the thing.
Coming soon to the camping area at
I know.
Watkins
Could
Glen.
you imagine if that was like one of your buddies at work's daughter?
You know, I got a couple of buddies at work daughters that probably would do that, to tell you the truth.
But I'm just saying, like, I get it. She was drinking. She's being funny.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
with her friends, just laughing. Who knows? But, man, that thing has just lit fire on the internet. I go, her father's got to be dying. Unless she's making some money off of it, but she seems to have disappeared and gotten very quiet over them. So I'm wondering,
somebody got to her.
Oh, I think her family's like, hey, man, lay off.
Well, we're thinking about, like, okay, well, we mentioned that. What if her grandparents see this? Racing Randy's probably the same age as her grandfather.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, if Randy's finding it, I'm sure Grandma.
Well, that's
Grandpa,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I said the same thing. But like, even let's say Randy it's possible that Randy could have a daughter that age.
Yeah.
His parents are still alive. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
I could hear my father right now going, "What the hell is that?" Then you find out he'd be laughing his ass off.
Okay, yeah.
You think so?
Except that it's his granddaughter.
Yeah, if it's his granddaughter.
So I don't know.
Walker, Texas Ranger, don't be doing that.
So I hear you've got a nice article in the Times of Wayne County this week.
Yeah, the big article about the South Butler. We're going to go racing this next Sunday, the 30th. It'll be our first race of the year.
All right.
I'm hearing the way I'm sounding and what I'm hearing, if we don't ever get 100 cars or more, I'm going to be surprised. If we don't, that's fine. We don't care. We don't care. We want people to come out and have fun. I know I'm going to have cars coming at least 2.5, 3 hours away to come race. I know that. That's just for fun. They're driving that far just to come and race and have fun, you know. And I got people. I know there's people on the other side of Watertown that come down. We've had cars come from New Hampshire and Vermont just to race there.
And these people
before
got nothing going on in their lives.
They got nothing going on, but they know they're coming and have fun.
You know what they know? It's a beautiful spot. It's no prep, right?
Yeah.
It's no prep, and it's fun. It's all about fun, and the food will be phenomenal as usual, man. I'll tell you right now, the food will be phenomenal as always.
I bet. Why do you say that? What kind of food will be there?
Well, we got the Little Red Wagon, who's been our staple forever. They do hots, hamburgers, chicken fingers, all that kind of stuff. And then I got Big Daddy's Barbecue. A little guy named Randy. Let me tell you something right now. He's got this trailer he does barbecue with. If this trailer ain't 25 long, it ain't nothing. You got to see this rig, and he does some of the best barbecue you've ever had in your life. I'll tell you right now. I hit a rib off his truck a couple years ago. We were there on my birthday.
A rib.
It was the best piece of meat I've ever had in my life. I've ate some good steakhouses.
I was
so hoping to see
Hawk 2 on.
Barbecue.
I was waiting for him to say it was the best piece of meat I've ever put in my mouth, which is something I would have said, but that everybody would have jumped on it.
I was kind of waiting to be careful what I say.
Yes, well, you're very, very smart with that, Randy.
But I mean, it's always going to be a great time. We did lose a racer a little over a month ago. We lost one of the racers who's been up there every year. We've been running. Mr. Bill Baker. His runs just forever young on it. He's my age, just a touch older than I am. Great gentleman. We lost him, say, about a month ago.
Thought we were about to lose you. Oh man, I'm sorry.
So we're gonna, we'll be doing a certain thing, just as some with his family's gonna have the car there. So we're gonna, let them make a slow run down the track in his memory, stuff like that. It's important to us. We love all the participants that come. We love every single person that comes, and it's a big deal to us. We're a small track. We're a lot of fun.
Yep. Well, that's great. So it'll be next Sunday. At what time does it open?
The racetrack will open up at 8 o'clock. Well, we open at 8 o'clock. People get there earlier sometimes, but people will be there at 8 o'clock. You come in, set up, if you got lean-tos, you got a place you can set up a little lean-to. It's only $10 to get in. Kids 12 and under are free, and you can go anywhere. You can go in the pits. You can go everywhere around the racetrack. The only thing we ask, if we have younger kids, please make sure they are watched very well, because we have lots of cars coming through back and forth.
Keep them on.
And we can check out the new tower. We just stuck a whole bunch of money in the tower. We put all new siding, windows, new roof. I got a new deck put on, 6-foot deck off the back of it now. So it's going to be the deck. That looks really cool. The guys were out there the other day checking the wiring, running the lights, testing everything, make sure everything seems to be working okay, which we hope still works come Sunday. We're ready. We can't wait. A lot of people have been getting a hold of us, say, when are you guys going racing? When are you going racing? And we're expecting a huge crowd.
All right. Well, very good. Well, Randy,
it really is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it really is a lot of fun.
And
you guys are all invited to come out anytime. You know that.
Yes. I don't know that I can make it next Sunday, but I would like to at some point.
That's okay. And now remember, Lou Graham's been out there, so you got to get out there.
Yeah, I know.
You have to come out.
I know.
Got to rev on the red line.
Got to rev on the red line. All right, Randy. Good luck with all that, and maybe we'll check in later in the week to hit it again. Is that all right?
Yep. I'm gonna go see if I can get some hot tool out of Tracy.
Always the best. All right, Randy, I'll talk to you.
See you, man.
All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.
He was breaking up there for a minute, so I didn't want to keep him on. What were you looking to say? Because I could see that look in your face.
I'm just laughing.
Oh,
laughing
okay.
away. Did you see the Olympics, though, for 2028? They're going to do the swimming at SoFi?
No.
It's going to be an above-ground West Side pool for the Olympics, baby.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Well, it's not going to be
Pool's
like
the sponsor. They got to swim around circles.
They're going to make a whirlpool. You ever do that as a kid, the above ground pool?
They did it so well in Indianapolis, they're going to do it at the Olympics now.
So more than 18 million people, or 18 million Americans living in 5 states, we should say. So that doesn't mean that everybody would be looking at this, but Pornhub is on a ban list in 5 more states due to lawmakers rolling out age restriction laws. Kentucky lost access on June 10th. Indiana, Idaho, Kansas will be blocked on the 28th, and Nebraska on July 17th. I think Indiana, there's a countdown when you go on YouPorn. It says you have access for 10 more days or whatever it was. The laws...
Write your congressman.
Geez, so they're all, red states that are losing the porn?
In Indiana, I would say
Indiana's
probably.
a red state.
Idaho.
Kentucky's a red state. Idaho's definitely a red state. Nebraska and Kansas. Those are all red states.
The laws that led to Pornhub's decisions require visitors of certain websites, which extend to social media platforms as well, to show proof of age by uploading a government-issued ID. I don't have a problem with the age restriction. I mean, look, the internet's sort of the wild, wild west. You go to any liquor or beer website, and they ask you for an age, right?
They ask you for an age, but when it's delivered to you, you have to show your ID.
Yes.
I don't want to put that online. I don't want to put that online.
That's the thing.
If you want to use DraftKings, you have to use your ID at points.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't.
I don't think I did either.
I did. Well, I think I did because
they're like, Silver Creek.
I was a DraftKings ambassador
so
when I
was
worked in radio, right? And then I lost my email was the work email. Well, I lost my work email, so I tried to get back on it, and they said you have to show us photo ID to prove that you are Dan Borello.
Well, they
like the $30 that's in the till.
You know what they told us? Don't use a work ID when we signed up.
Okay.
Or work
email.
Yeah, work email. Anyway. It feels like a little bit of an overreach that you could put your government ID up there, because then people would know Dan Barillo's been looking at Pornhub. I don't know how that gets out. I don't know anything. I don't want to become one of these paranoid people. But I was talking about e-bikes, because I think on the podcast, because Damien came pulling up on his e-bike and then told me a story about another buddy of ours who was driving his home, smashed, and he fell and ripped up his face. I shouldn't laugh at that. But it's all, I think we talked about it on the podcast very briefly. I get ad after ad after ad for e-bikes now. So I feel like everybody's always listening. And then why am I going to make it easier for you by putting up a government-issued ID? And I think Pornhub has even said there's got to be a way that you can verify. Or, by the way, you're not going to stop it. So why are you trying to? I don't understand.
I don't get it either.
Because so Missouri has blocked it. And traffic on Pornhub in Missouri is down 80%. But that doesn't mean people aren't finding ways to use you use an IP address from.
If you
can find random IP addresses overseas and just reroute.
If you what's
a VPN?
Yeah, that's what it is. A VPN.
Yeah. So I don't even know.
In other words, a VPN is it basically blocks the IP address. They could send it in Canada. They could make it in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You can watch it. It's not your actual IP address.
When I'm watching football on Sundays and I don't want to watch the Bills, my VPN says I'm in Boston so I can watch the Patriots.
It's very good. I like it. But see, nowadays, you can spy on people. You can do anything you want. Even with just our phone alone, I've known people who have gotten up and left a meeting to go to the bathroom, but left their phone behind and put it on record so they could hear what was being said while they were gone. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right? I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff. When I was a kid, I knew I was in trouble, and I had those FM wireless microphones. I remember leaving them in my parents' room, but it was too muffled from where it was. But I knew I was in trouble, and I wanted to know. I thought I was in trouble, and I wanted to know if they knew what I did or whatever.
When we were kids, walkie-talkies were a big thing, right?
Yeah.
And they had the headset walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
So if your walkie-talkie was on the same frequency as your cordless phone downstairs, my father would be on the phone with somebody, and if the conversation got heated, I would go upstairs, put on the headphones, and listen into what I could hear the whole conversation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you could do that. I know a guy who put a tracking device on his wife's car.
Oh, wow.
And then admitted it. What were you doing over? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I know couples who track each other like it's no big deal. They want to make sure.
You sort of
do it. That live 360.
Live 360, which you won't do. No. You won't take on. Yeah.
I mean, does this not prove my point, Billy, that the government wants more of your information, more control?
Well, I wonder in a way if it's a way to keep people off. I don't know.
You always say it's the lefties that want all that.
Well, yeah,
this is obviously not the lefties.
Dude, trust me, I know. Believe me, I believe this thing called the Uniparty, where they're all kind of playing each other.
I think I don't understand what would they do with that information? Are they going to shame people for going on Pornhub?
I don't know, because
here's
the thing.
Tell your wife.
I am not
more cougars, really, Dan?
I'm not. I mean, I don't watch pornography.
Pick a different subject.
But at the same time, if somebody, why does somebody need to put their ID on to do that? I don't understand that.
It's a way to prove then that you are that age.
Because I know in Canada, right, about 20 years ago, 12 years ago, when Trudeau first became PM, he said, hey, look, we want to identify every Canadian who owns a gun. We're not going to take away your guns. Guess what they're doing now? They're going to their house. They're taking away their guns.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard about
I haven't heard that either.
I haven't paid
Must
attention
be on the Alex Jones show again?
Maybe. I haven't
But when they're taking the guns, they are installing the kitty litter for them.
Oh, that's good. and
Yeah, it's the sparkly kind, right? So you can tell which disease you have.
You get to keep. You can either have your gun or you can have Pornhub, but you can't have both. Can't have both. What's more important, polishing your gun or having
still
a gun?
smokes every once in a while.
Well, I found out yesterday that in New York State, so I'm flipping through the TV, and the Live Tour is on CW. That's their television contract. You know, like Live Golf, right? And I didn't realize what a party Live Golf is. I mean, if you watched the U.S. Open last week, it's very prim and proper. You watch Live, every golfer,
Happy Gilmore.
Everybody's Happy Gilmore. They're all in shorts. They have like party music for every walk-up music for every single golfer who gets up to the tee box, like they're playing his favorite song. It's fantastic. So I'm like, okay, I should go to FanDuel and place a bet on some of this. You can't. Why? Because Live has not tickled the palms of the hierarchy in New York State.
Oh, Saudi backed.
Same thing with the UFL. You couldn't bet on the UFL either.
Joined with the PGA.
They have their own separate tournaments.
Oh, okay.
And it's not really joined. It is, but
it's a partnership. It's a partnership, but it's not like they're not like to get like. In other words, you could golf in either category depending on the weekend.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could go and make more money if you want to. You can't.
No, you can't.
But you can play in the majors.
I think it was done just for the majors.
Just for the majors, right? So that way you can. But if you're in one, you have to stay in that one until the majors. Oh, all right. I thought that was
unless the Saudis offer you $700 million and you can say PGA Tour suck it. I'm going over here.
But it's a party. But you can't bet on it in New York.
That's weird.
You can't bet on it in New York. Same thing with the UFL. You couldn't bet on it in New York.
I did not know.
Like remember when DraftKings? When I had a
they don't want you betting on stupid shit.
When I had a DraftKings endorsement, it got taken away from us, not because we did anything wrong. It's because New York State, like Schneiderman, at the time he was the Attorney General, shut it down because he needs his palm grease too. Yeah. Once he gets his money, then we'll allow DraftKings to take over in New York.
Well, I thought it was all just tax based.
Yeah, but come on.
I don't know.
They're looking at it saying if you really need to bet UFL and Live, you really might have a problem.
Well,
go seek help.
You may, because those are the Live one sounds
it's like
fun.
betting
but you can bet
football.
the WNBA.
Yeah. Well, that's becoming a big deal now. It's becoming a bigger deal.
European soccer. I mean, like,
depending on where you are in the world. That's
no, the idea is if you're going to have legalized
minor league football.
But the point is though, is that if you are going to allow gambling in this country or in this state, you should be able to bet on any sporting event that you want, even if it's minor league baseball.
It's like going to bet on the freaking Rochester Brigade.
Could you bet?
I'm not talking high school. I'm talking like the professionals. Anybody who gets paid.
Could you have bet on the cricket game that was in New York?
I believe that they had
a couple weeks ago.
They might have that.
You could bet. I know you could bet cricket. I don't know if it was the one in New York or not. I haven't.
They had one game in New York and it was packed. They packed it. I was like, well, who knew? I wouldn't understand that game at all. We hear a lot of people talking about money and trying to make more money, and young women primarily going on OnlyFans. We even had an OnlyFans person in. There's a 25-year-old woman who started an account because it seemed like a straightforward way to make a lot of money. Now, I don't know how spicy her account got or didn't get, but she's from Australia. She's 25 years old. And this is what she said recently.
So I'm basically just failing at life at the moment. To give you a bit of context, I am a spicy worker, model, photographer, artist. And I'm completely broke. I lost my house and I'm just kind of failing at life at the moment. The past week, I've really just wanted to give up. Like really just go back to working a 9 to 5 and kind of quit. I feel like I've lost everything to this job. I've lost friends, I've lost family members. I basically made myself financially cooked. But let me be clear, this is my fault. I made the decision to do this and, I have to live with the consequences of that. It's not the industry's fault. It's not anyone else's fault but mine. That being said, this job has inspired so much of my life to be more creative, to be more individual, to really be confident in myself. That's why I've stuck by it, is because I just truly love it. I do. It is a really big, scary thing coming on here and actually talking about failure and talking about failure in my own life. If you're in a similar boat and you feel like a failure and you feel like your life's not going anywhere, we're in it together.
There you go. I don't know if she was a spicy worker. Now, I don't know how edgy her stuff got. I would assume if you're doing OnlyFans, you're in it to make money. We hear about the people that are making $20,000, $30,000 a month, right? That sort of thing. I can't imagine everybody is.
No.
I can't imagine.
It's like these YouTubers, like there's only a fraction, like 1%, less than 1% are making any money being YouTubers.
Right.
The other 99% are trying, but
I mean,
the
I can
idea is
understand
you
making
only
some
see,
money,
yeah,
but
like I think I saw the other day, it takes like 100,000 views will get you $40. I mean, on YouTube or something like that. So it's very hard to do that. In anything in life, to be to make the money that you're expecting to make, you have to be the very best. You have to be the very best athlete. You have to be the very best mind, or you have to be a Kardashian. That's the exception. And unfortunately, people see the Kardashians and they see YouTubers and go, "Oh, I could do that." It's even gotten into the ministry industry, where all of a sudden, like, yeah, I've given up my pastorship. I'm going full time preaching on YouTube, and these guys really think that they're going to like make a ton of money, and they're shocked to find out, oops, I'm not, because it's hard. It's not what people think. You only hear about the great stories. You never hear about the 99% that don't make it.
Right. Sometimes you have to take a step back to take a step forward too. And I think marketing it and doing all that stuff, and it is a lot of work. But I thought that was interesting only because we hear the great, I'm killing it, that this mom's doing so well or whatever.
But I really don't believe any of those people really genuinely feel fulfilled in life. I find that I just don't, maybe for a short time, but after a while, I think that it gets old.
Yeah, $30,000 a month, you could fulfill yourself.
So there was a survey that shows that the average OnlyFans creator earns about $180 a month.
Okay, that makes way more sense.
And also, this is something I didn't know, OnlyFans takes 20% from every subscription sold. So if you make $100,000 in a month, you're making 80, and OnlyFans is getting the other 20.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a big number.
Yeah, it is a big number, and they are a for-profit business, right?
Yes.
So that's
they give you the platform.
Just putting it out there. If you're thinking of the OnlyFans, you got some competition. You may want to, maybe get on OnlyFans and do something that's unexpected.
I think
like keep your clothes on.
Yeah, and I think this woman's really got some deeper issues that she's really trying to fight through. I feel bad for her.
Well, she was talking about how she was a spicy worker, but the photography and the creativity and being a model kind of thing seemed to be more fulfilling. But OnlyFans, probably, she said she lost friends and family members. There may be people who are like, I don't want to support this. I don't want to support this. I think there are people who would have tried to keep it quiet. I bet you somewhere, maybe even a listener of this podcast, like we take anonymous letters here. We've got anonymous letters here. But I wonder if there's somebody who, because you can block states, so I can't be seen within New York State on OnlyFans. And I wonder if there's anybody who's done OnlyFans work and is making some money. Maybe they're making that $500 a month, $600 a month, and they're doing it, but it's all out of this state, quietly, right? No one knows.
Well, I'm sure
no one knows. Yeah.
There's some more OnlyFans stats for the average OnlyFans user is 29.
Okay.
Has an
That's
annual income of about $42,000.
Okay.
68.9% of the users are likely to be white. 89.5% are likely to be married.
Wow. Look at that. Sure. Variety
And
is
60%
the spice of life.
are likely to be heterosexual.
Yeah. All right. Well, that makes sense. So majority are heterosexual, majority are married, majority are
married white men.
White men. Yeah. Look at that.
Wait,
Killing it again,
time out.
Whitey.
What was the number? 60%
of which one?
Of heterosexual?
59%.
59%. So there's still that's still a good chunk though of like people, like if you think about the population of the United States.
Hang on. I identify as. I may. Who knows what percentage is?
No, that's my point though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a huge
all comers.
So if like let's
Literally.
say as of like last Friday, I think the homosexual population of the United States was at 7%, identifying as like non-heterosexual.
How do you know?
Because Bill Maher was talking about it and other people. So that's but like 59% is heterosexual. Means 41% are identifying as gay on OnlyFans. That's a huge chunk.
Or others.
Well,
yeah, it could be
others.
rainbow
okay.
They,
the gay spectrum.
34.5% also claim to not be Bible thumping right-wing Christians.
34%?
That's just a number I made up.
Oh.
All the ones that say it's the sinner's game.
Yeah, the sinners.
34%.
Oh, no, I
wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are people like that on there.
Of course there are. The harder you rail against something, I always think it's overcompensation.
I'm just there to save.
I don't know. There's things I rail against that I don't think I'm any part of at all.
Like, what are you railing against? On a regular basis where you're up on a pulpit?
Taking a shit in a cat box at school.
Well, that's one thing. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we've.
No, but I understand. What I'm saying is, like, the guys who really rail against homosexuality and it's wrong and it's this and it's that. Look, when I was in...
There was the foot tapper in Minnesota.
That's the thing.
Larry
He
Craig.
had voted against it, and then all of a sudden, I always think that's a little bit of overcompensation to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
I
see what you're saying.
Was with my brother, and something came up about somebody being gay, and my brother pulls some stranger over and goes, "Hey, take a look at a picture of this guy. Do you think he's gay?" Something like that, just as a joke. And the guy had just gotten off a boat. He didn't have a shirt on, shorter guy, but pretty jacked. He goes, "I'm in the health and fitness industry, blah, blah, blah." He looks at it, he goes, "No, I don't think so. I think this is, whatever." And then he brings his wife out. Now, his wife is in a bikini top. And I will say, I don't know this. I have no way of knowing. But I would have, if you put a gun to my head, I'm going to go, she had fake breastises because they just were, you know, and she was older. And then she says to me at one point, she goes, "Well, tell you what. Homosexuality is a sin. We are very much against it. We are born again Christians, and the name of their boat was Walks on Water." Walks on Water. And I always just go, I can't tell somebody else what's a sin and what's not a sin. I mean, within a certain degree. If it involves love, I can't.
Let's put it this way.
I can't.
I got enough of my own problems in my life.
Yes. Right. I mean, if somebody
Remove
goes
the
out
speck
and
out of
murder,
your own
like
eye before you.
If you hit somebody and you're drunk and you drive home and you leave them on the side of the road, that's not morally a great thing. That's why we have laws for that. I would encourage you to turn yourself in. I would say, hey, I got that. But if you're going to say to me, I'm gay, I'm certainly not going to turn around and go, "Well, you're going to hell."
Right.
But these people almost felt like they would. Like, she got mad. She was getting mad. And I thought that made me uncomfortable.
Should I ask, what do you think about bestiality?
I don't know.
How about fornication?
All right.
Great Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
Yeah, Californication. That's what it is. All right. We will wrap it up for a Sunday afternoon. Don't let your Monday take over your Sunday.
No.
It's a great song.
It is a great song.
Great song. Chris Trapper, July 6th, out in Spencerport. For Dan Barillo, who is not a fan of OnlyFans, but he's down 10 pounds already.
Yes.
For Kevin Muir, who loves to make fun of my picture, my profile picture, and
Everything,
my comedy
really.
set.
I'm equal opportunity.
I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.